Okay, let's see. We have 2 tankies back. When you feel 2 copies, they both gain health, and when one dies, you get like the shield. This is gonna replace Double Trouble. The other ones we know. Oh, this is a new one. Gain a 2-star 1-cost tank and an emblem that matches their last listed trait. And here we can see this is a new divine artifact that appeared in Portable Forge called Zoraka's Miracle. So when the guy drops low, they heal. And it has like a mechanic where I think if I understood this artifact right, the unit needs to like drop low twice, but then still survive the combat. And if you fulfill this condition, you get player health. At least that's how I understood this. That's how I understood this artifact. So this is definitely a cool artifact to have. I mean, the problem is I think the unit needs to live, right? So it's a little bit hard to use in lose streak, because if you lose streak, then it's not possible for the holder to survive player combat. Oh, I think no, the way it works is, wait, no. I think you can get up to 2 player health, right? If 1 miracle occurs and he survives, it's 1 player health. And if 2 occur and it survives, then it's 2 player health. So it's like, it's really, really good if, but it's a very difficult one to like utilize, I think. But it's still an interesting one. It's almost like a puzzle. Yeah, this Talon is like currently I think I want to lose. I don't know, but Talon is a crazy early game unit. That one definitely will see a lot of play. Double Vamox. The thing is, like, I think it's actually a pretty good item for Tamkench, right? Because if you think about it, Tamkench has a mechanic where, like, first of all, Tamkench is a brawler, so he's gonna have a lot of HP. But Tamkench also has a mechanic where he gets a shield for healing occurred. And considering this artifact has a lot of healing, which results in a larger shield, which is more likely he survives, I can definitely see a lot of synergy between Tamkench and the artifact. Just something to keep in mind. I mean, I should probably just read out the Tamkench ability. So Tamkench has a passive. Once per combat after dropping below, I think it's like 30% health, he gains a shield equal to how much healing he received this combat. And also his active has a healing part in it, yeah. And so there is synergy here. But I think Aatrox is gonna be like... Aatrox and Talon are 2 units that people will definitely look for in the early game. What do we have here? After falling below 30% health, gain a special loot orb. This is from Evelyn. I know the... I know, actually it's from Echo, never mind. It's a little bit confusing because there's a bug with the names, but... should be fixed by the time the set goes live. Yeah, Carousel is gone in this set. Also, yeah, I think there was a lot of confusion regarding the comeback mechanic. I'll probably make a YouTube short about it. Mort made a tweet about it as well. So the way it currently works is that instead of item components, the people who have the lowest HP get item anvils or component anvils in the PvE round. So, and the people in the middle, they get like reforgers. So it's not like you don't get more item components in the PvE round if you lose, but you get you're more likely to get exactly what you're looking for. So if you go full lose streak in stage 2, you can expect 2 component anvils and a reforger. And this allows you sort of like go for best in slot. Whereas the people at the top, they don't get a reforger and they get random components. And so it's going to be harder for them to, or they need RNG to get their best in slot. But yeah, I'll likely make a YouTube short about this topic since this is something that's gonna come up a lot. You think there would be a way to more easily get the artifact of your god? No. It's just RNG. This is a recording from a playtest. Yeah, Lulu has a pretty interesting ability. So Lulu always has like this spell where she deals damage to 3 units, but then she also has like a secondary effect that constantly changes. And there's actually there's a Lulu spell where she can spawn gold as well. There's like one, I remember one passive from Lulu was like healing for a small amount. Another one was like able to give you gold. I think this Talon was Debonair Talon, if I'm not mistaken. If you guys remember that one. Debonair Talon from set 8. It's a really good Talon though, like that guy is definitely worth picking up. I'm so burned out, I don't think I'll play this set. It's fine. You don't have to. People keep forgetting, it's like, if you are not a competitive TFT player, you should only play video games if you're having fun. If you feel like you're not gonna have fun, then you're free to skip one. I mean, the thing is, like, TFT usually is better experienced by watching a streamer instead of enduring the RNG yourself. What's the reroll comp of this set? There is a tier 1 reroll you can do with the Stargazer Medallion constellation. And I've seen tier 3 reroll based around Misfortune and Rast. But there will probably be a few more. Technically, you can do Cho'Gath because of the infinite HP stacking. But I think that one's going to be more difficult. And was there anything else? There was definitely a few more tier 3. Not sure about tier 2, to be honest. Tier 2 didn't look that good for rerolling, but that might change. Since set 11, I've played TFT till the very last patch with no mental breaks. I'm surprised you're still standing. I'm surprised you're still standing. Other than Cho'Gath, units that can stack. You can stack with Arbiter. Arbiter has a stacking mechanic, but I think that's it. I mean, I don't have every single unit memorized, so this might be wrong what I'm saying. Stargazer is Ionia. In a way, I felt like it was more interesting than Ionia. Technically, the Heavy is the Crown could work pretty well with the Soraka Miracle on a nice tank. That's a lot of healing you have there. I mean, this is very, very subjective, but my first impression of 17 was more positive than 16 because, but you need to be, you need to remember what I'm looking for. I'm like looking for like crazy combos and artifacts, you know, and stuff like that. And my first impression of set 16 was like, oh, great, all artifacts are useless. My first impression of set 17 was like, oh, cool, they added like 9 new artifacts and they're actually meaningful. So this is like something you kind of have to keep in mind. For Frontline, I mean, the thing is like, you will see a lot of like 2 Bastions, probably based around like Aatrox and Shen. Shen will absolutely be a core, because he has like a pretty valuable Bulwark ability, Bulwark passive, I mean. A unique trait. Nuno currently like the CC tank. He's like Vanguard, which means you can combine it with Blitzcrank. The weird thing about Blitz is not supposed to be itemized as a tank. He's actually a magic fighter, and he's supposed to be itemized like AP melee. But Blitz is still surprisingly tanky because he has like a built-in Zhonya type effect. So like Blitz combined with Nuno is one of the late game things. A random Bastion plus Shen. For Brawler is a bit tricky because your best tier 4 Brawler is like Kench, which is fine, but there's no tier 5 Brawler. And a lot of the lower tier Brawlers are kind of weak, so it can be like you take this Brawler who fits into the comp you want to play, and then you throw in Kench as like a tank. Yeah, Pyke has a hero augment, that's pretty nice. So the Stargazer, the Mountain, the way it works is like you get an emblem every 5 rounds. But you do need, not only do you need like 5 emblems total, you actually need 11 unit slots. That means you're gonna need like either a tech crown or an augment like new recruit. And obviously, I mean, you can expect like 3-4 emblems from the trade, but you still have to find 1 or 2 emblems yourself, while also reaching level 10, while also having a tech crown or a new recruit or something like that. After speaking to a writer, I find it interesting, but apparently they've been wanting to pitch Troll Flavor Breakpoint for ages. Oh, you mean like the Mountain Stargazer? I mean, there's certainly people like me who want to... oh, early Fiora. So Fiora is a pretty interesting one. I mean, her ability kind of works the way you would expect Fiora, with like the vitals and stuff like this, and the healing if you proc the vitals. She actually has a passive. She has like a Darken type passive, but I believe that the Darken passive didn't actually work in the playtest. But she's also Anima, so like the idea I think for her is she's supposed to be like, when you do the big Anima cash out, and you're strong, you're supposed to be playing Fiora to regain HP to get out of kill range. Since the carousel is removed, you get more items on the PvE rounds to compensate. Well, the initial god choices, they always have an item component in there. And so that, and then later you're gonna have like full item armories. Like every single god choice has a component in it. And this is actually kind of like, you will often find yourself in a spot where it's like, oh, I kind of feel like this other god choice might be better, but I really need this component, you know? And so there will be choices made where it's like, you might take you might align with a god you don't actually want to align with as much, simply because the component is just too valuable for you. I mean, you will always be able to finish your item build in 4-7 with the rerollable item armory, but sometimes you can't wait that long, right? Because like 4-7 is like super late in the game. Is it only streamers that get access to the playtest? I mean, the thing is, like, the way you... it's always funny when people complain about... So, effectively, what we're doing is we're advertising the new set for free for Riot. I mean, obviously, there's an advantage with having, like, first access. But at the end of the day, it's free advertisement for Riot. So, usually it's either... like, or usually it's, like, higher profile streamers and influencers. Because it just makes sense, right? Like... they're the ones who are gonna, like, you're actually, like, you're supposed to be putting out content. Like, that's the whole purpose of the playtest. I mean, I'm actually, like, smiling a little bit because I'm checking the view count of the dev drop and compared to my own video, and I always smile a bit when I see that my own video is outperforming the dev drop. But I actually got a lot of good feedback from my first impressions video. Like, people said the video was really well done, so that's nice.
Did you know that working out with Zed makes you bigger?
Nice
I
trying the
love
show
this
match.
encounter.
Yeah, thank you. I wish I had a better game to like. For me, the show match isn't even worth showing, because the cool shit happened to other players, but it was still fun to play. How obnoxious are the assassins of this set? I mean, there's like mainly Talon, right? Like, and Talon is a tier 1 unit, so he's mainly going to be annoying in the early game. Did we have late game assassins? I mean, Riven can sneak her way into the back line because of the rogue trait, but I don't think we have that many assassins. There's like the Pike hero augment, I suppose, but that one you're not gonna see that much. I don't know. I think in terms of like assassins and crowd control, this set is a lot lighter than 16. No. Fizz is not a reprint. We did not have this Fizz yet. This Fizz has like 20 mana. He dashes through his target, and every third dash he does the big knockup in a 1 hex range surrounding the target. This Fizz is not going to jump into your backline. Is the anomaly good? It's a tricky one. I don't know yet. I mean, the anomaly, like what's interesting about the anomaly is that it gives you a flat 1000 HP on the front line, which can absolutely help you to beef up your front line and potentially survive the fights longer. The anomaly in the backline looked a bit rougher to use, so I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be like, I still have to check this a bit, but for now, like in the playtest, the way we approached the anomaly was pretty much just we checked you checked if like, can I use it for a tank in the front line, and if yes, then just put it there. I'm gonna try to combine Vanguard, Marauder, and Voyager for shield stacking. Shield values weren't that high though. We have no magic tank Swain as tier 3 or tier 4. I mean, technically Nunu is a tier 4 magic tank with high CC, but his CC is a joke compared to Swain. Like right now on the Nunu on the top right, you can see him. So the first problem with Nunu is his mana costs are crazy. He barely gets an ult out. The next problem is that while Swain was like hitting 90% of the board, Nunu tends to, he can only hit 1/2, like no, probably even less. He can hit like 1/3 of the enemy backline, and so Nunu is gonna be a lot more about positioning. Like a properly positioned Nunu can totally CC the enemy backline, but a poorly positioned Nunu is either not gonna get his ult out or he's not gonna hit the enemy carry. But I do feel like they should probably give Nunu a bit of help with the mana. His mana, like. I feel like they went too safe with Nunu in the playtest. He was really hard to play. Even if you give Nunu like 3 tank items, he can struggle with casting once. The thing about like Space Group Vertical Velbro is, I mentioned this in the first impressions video. It's not that easy to get spatulas. Because here's the thing, right? In the past, you could get spatulas and frying pans and carousels. As far as I know, there's only Echo God that has a chance for a spatula boon to appear. And I think this can only happen once as well. Well, maybe it can happen twice, but I'm not sure. But the point is that it is really, really difficult to get spatulas and frying pans in this set. So if you want prismatics, you're much more reliant on, I mean, they added a few augments that give you like random emblems and stuff like this. And there is also a way to get random emblems from boons. But overall, I would say it is quite difficult to get emblems. Your best bet is literally just gonna be trade tree, right? Like you do trade tree, you reforge the other emblems and just pray it hits. I can't wait for the memorial augment for set 16. Yeah. I wonder, like, I mean, it's supposed to be based on the augment of the winner, right? Or like the way the guy won. It's actually surprising to see this many. I mean, we have like what, Elia, Dysig, and Revan in the top 8. That's kind of crazy. I kind of hope Revan wins. It was so funny to see like the tier list of the players, and they put Revan at the bottom of D tier as like quote unquote the worst player of the tournament, and now he's like about to win. That's just way too funny. Initial impression on Darkstar after you played it. So the way Darkstar is gonna work, like, first of all, I mean, Jhin is insane, right? Like, there's a lot of, like, Jhin will see a lot of play. The two piece is a great trait to have active for the entire game. The 2 piece is like a 10% global execute. So that one's always worth playing if you can fit it in. The 6 piece is a mid-game thing. So having early 6 Darkstar is nice because you get an immediate boost of power, but it's gonna get outscaled. So, and getting the prismatic is hard. So the way you should approach Darkstar is the 2 piece can be worth playing from start to finish, and the 6 piece can be, it's kind of like 7 Noxus in a way, you know, like it's obviously great to have early and it's great to have in the mid game, but you will definitely get outscaled. Do you have an advantage for being lower HP in the carousel? So the way it works is that instead of random components, you get component anvils, and the lower and the middle people get reforgers, whereas the top people don't get reforgers. So the overall amount of components is the same, but the lower people get sort of like a better choice in the PvE round. Crop test Diana Splash is just a bug. It's literally just a bug from the version we're playing on is a work in progress. So if you see like the god having a wrong name, or you see like something like the crop test, it just means it's like a bug, and this is something that's gonna get fixed before the set goes live. Don't worry about it. Yeah, like here, I don't know, like this Fiora is not really that impressive. Also, this, I mean, this guy's like level 9, 40 gold. I'm level 8. He's like level 9, 50 gold. Thank you, eco inflation. I did take a bunch of eco augments, and I didn't. Do you think the set will be as heavy 5-cost slump as 16? Actually, yes. I think it's a playstyle that Riot is encouraging. Riot wants the games, like, Riot is not a big fan of reroll. And the they want the games to be decided by tier 4 and tier 5 comps. Like, Riot hates when a tier 1 reroll comp wins a lobby. They just absolutely despise it. Even if it's a hero augment, they don't want it to win. They want like a hero tier 1 augment to make top 4. It's pretty obvious in their design. Especially, I think tier 2 reroll has been, like, I mean, sure, we had like the Aphelios comp in 16, but compared to the past, I feel like tier 2 reroll has been quite difficult to play. The summon trade, I haven't had that much success with the summon trade. It is kind of like, it looks cool and stuff, but one of the problems with the summon trade is you actually need an emblem to get the 7 piece. So and you need a legendary. It's not easy. You need a legendary and an emblem to reach the 7 piece. It's quite a difficult trade to play. I mean, part of Fiora's power is supposed to come from gaining HP back when you're winning. And also, Xayah was like massively overtuned in the set. Like, Xayah was by far the strongest tier 4 unit in the set. She was incredibly overtuned. This Xayah is actually a reprint. It's the... was it set? No, which Xayah was this? The guild Xayah, right? Set 7? I think it's the set 7 Xayah. It's definitely a reprint, but it was a really popular Xayah that was always very strong. But yeah, Xayah, like, if I had to do a balance suggestion for set 17, at the top of my list, it would be nerf Xayah. Like, she's overtuned. I actually lost a lot of really cool games by people just playing Stargazer Xayah and rolling over my board. So that kind of sucked.
This was our world first.
But yeah, like Fiora is like, she has a lot of utility in her kit. A passive can like you can gain player health with the passive. You can like, you have like an AoE healing going on. I don't think Fiora is intended as like this pure DPS carry. I don't think Ashe is in this set, no. We got budget Ashe with Kindred. How's this new set so far? I mean, I had fun when I played it. I didn't mind playing it. I think I was looking for Jhin, to be honest, but I could never, like, I couldn't find Jhin or Xayah to start this game, which was kind of painful. Okay, what's the mod here? Exhaust, burn, wound, and chill. Oh, it's the Bilgewater item, right? It's the Captain's Brew as a placeable mod. I mean, the Sona mods are quite relevant. I think Sona is gonna be a popular filler unit. Like, it doesn't even matter if you have Psionic or Shepherd. You can always just play a Sona, check if it's a good mod, and if it's a good mod, you just play it for a bit. To that Xayah damage. That Xayah damage. I mean, Yasuo is in the game as a space god. I think there was a YouTube comment that said something like, it's 8 space gods and 1 idiot. Because, like, what is Yasuo doing here? Brew doesn't wound. Oh yeah, it's actually better than Brew. True. I actually hated that Brew didn't wound. It was really annoying having to constantly mention that. The loot trade is Anima. Also, Sunny, that kind of showcases that maybe you wanna... Hey Sunny, maybe you wanna use the command set 17 and watch the first impressions video? Because your comment definitely just gave you away that you didn't watch my video. The Xayah PTSD is coming back. Yeah, Xayah will see a lot of play. Like, she's gonna be an absolute core. I can't watch the video, you are live right now. Ah, you got me there. I mean, we did have a really strange Battlecast Skana, if you remember that one. I think it was 14, no? Like, I remember trying to make, like, an armor Skana work in 14. Because he did, like, a bunch of damage based on his armor values. He had, like, this kind of missile thing going on. That guy is Jhin 2, Morgana 2. That's really powerful. Any 3-cost Ruby to 3-star? Yes. Misfortune is great. Rast was a crazy good tank as well. There's definitely a few. No, Arcana is a Tamkench unique trait that literally just gives you gold every 3 rounds. It's like a unique trait, so there's no shenanigans going on there. Is it true they do the really big sets after 2 sets? I mean, the big sets tend to be in the winter, yes. The big sets tend to be December, like November, December, January, February. Those tend to be the big sets. It's also the sets that have the big tournament, the open events like Vegas, Macau, or Paris. Oh, that's actually Aurelian 3-star that I lost to. It was Aurelian 3-star. That's a 3-star T4 unit. So, guys, my opponent has 3-star. I just managed to upgrade my Xayah to 2-star. Way! Awesome! Yeah, there's a bunch of hero augments. Nasus gets the bonk, Pike gets a jump execute, Gragas gets like an exploding barrel thing. Meepsy becomes like an AP Brock from set 16. And I think there's one more that I forgot. What is Morgana too? She's like an AP frontliner that hits 3 people for a bunch of damage. And she also, I believe, has a team-wide aura from her unique trait. She had pretty good damage. Like, Morgana felt very useful to play.
I wasn't joking when I said nothing stands in my way.
Hurricane's back? No. So yeah, these are the late game carousels. You get to choose 3 random items, 16 gold, or you take your chances with a completed item anvil. Cambaran trait is Anima, but I'm not playing it this game. I didn't have that good of an Anima game yet, so that's something I'm gonna have to farm on the PBE server. One of the issues, like Anima was really difficult in the playtest because sometimes players were struggling to connect. So we often had like one guy who couldn't connect in the lobby, and yeah, have fun playing a lose streak when people are not in the lobby. So it made playing lose streak really, really difficult. Like, I think I tried playing Anima like 3 times, and 2 times I got it ruined by an AFK, and I was like, well, I don't want to play this anymore. Well, I think Anima will function very, very similar to Cambaran. Yes. In concept, it's exactly the same. So something that's kind of interesting about the Cambarans is that it takes not the lose streak you had with the trade, but the lose streak that's your actual lose streak. So you can lose 2-1 to 2-2-3, play Cambarans into 5, and you immediately start collecting a lot more points for each loss. So you're a lot less reliant on having the Cambaran active into 1. Anima. So that's pretty nice. I like that. I hate when I have to like specifically need the 3 units ready to go into 1 to fight for the trade to function. Who's the Black Rose Morgana of the set? What do you mean? Don't understand the question. Oh yeah, so there's technically a mistake here with Blitzcrank because like Blitzcrank is probably bad with Void Gauntlet because he has an aggro drop. But also Blitzcrank is not actually a tank, he's a magic fighter, so I think Blitzcrank is supposed to have something like, I don't know, like Jeweled Hand of Justice Adaptive or something like that. So yeah, Blitzcrank is not supposed to be the tank here. Karma felt underwhelming. I did not enjoy playing Karma. She was one of the T4 units that I didn't really like that much compared to the others. Like LeBlanc is a lot more clear. Like LeBlanc is like, oh, okay, she's supposed to be like attack speed and her visuals are really clear. And I think you're supposed to do LeBlanc into Vex in late game. Ah, he tried to go for Jhin 3, but he missed him. Rip. I guess Aurelian 3 is gonna win the lobby now, right? Part 3. Oh, don't spoil it. Guys, I think when I saw the agents, I was like, oh, that's why I couldn't find Jhin 2-star. And then I look at it, and the guy has Bard 3 Z3. So in case you're wondering why the Elder Dragon is 3-star, I think he had Bard 3 in the PvE round, which then gave him Elder Dragon 3-star. So yeah, he has Z3 and Elder Dragon 3, so unlucky. Guys, I can almost afford my Gen 2-star, I'm so happy. Whee! And that's the end of that. GG.